Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Christian Hanna Horror here today, and this video is a top 5 creature features I want you guys to watch. We are going through some trying times right now with this virus and everything. Just real quick, I want to be a beacon of light if I can. We will get through this, guys. I know this is tough. We need some stuff to basically distract us from everything that's going on right now, the hardships, the people that are unfortunately losing work right now. But one thing that we love to do is to try to distract ourselves from this unfortunate reality we're in, and one great way to do that is horror movies. And I think one of the best ways to do it is through a good creature feature. So coming in at number 5 for me, guys, is a movie from the 1990s. This movie is called Lake Placid. Now, if you haven't seen Lake Placid, this is a fun movie. If you look at the cover, you see a massive alligator. When you think about the 90s, sure, Scream is one of the movies that always comes to mind, or Candyman. Well, what about a fun creature feature? Lake Placid is great. It is such a fun roller coaster of a ride. It mixes comedy and a little bit of action with a lot of suspense and some great special effects. Lake Placid has some really good CGI, but also some great practical work. It is a great alligator movie. I don't know if it would be the best alligator movie. I haven't seen all of them yet. I've seen some good ones, but I know this. Anytime somebody wants to watch Lake Placid with me, I am down. I can't speak for the sequels very much, but the first one is great. It's directed by Steve Miner. Lake Placid is a great fun ride, and I highly recommend this. It's a great movie to just let go and forget where you are for an hour and a half. That's Lake Placid. Coming in at number 4 is a low-budget Empire picture. This one's kind of off the wall, so to speak, but it's a very fun movie that lives up to its artwork. The movie's called Cellar Dweller. Now, Cellar Dweller is this really fun little movie about this woman who wants to go work as a comic artist and be in this place that her hero was, but vanished and didn't know what happened to him, and she's writing this comic book, and it's about this beast you see on the cover, and this beast is coming back to life through the comics, through the story, and every time you see the Dweller on screen, he is a beast, he is a monster. This is a really fun little movie that Scream Factory did a great job with this double feature. These Empire pictures are really great. I'm a Full Moon fan, I love Charles Band, but his work with Empire is, I think, on a different plateau. I think he was doing some of his best work in the 80s, and Cellar Dweller is a great little creature feature, but definitely give Cellar Dweller a shot. Coming in at number 3 is from our friend Wes Craven. Now, this is a movie that has its audience, but it's still growing. I'm still hearing people watching this movie for the first time as of very recently, and I definitely recommend it. That is Swamp Thing. That's right, Wes Craven's The Swamp Thing, featuring Adrienne Barbeau, who we all know and love from John Carpenter classics like The Fog and Escape from New York. I don't think it's Wes Craven's best effort, but it is far from his worst effort. The Swamp Thing is one of those movies that has a really nice cult audience that loves this movie for some very particular reason if you get the 88 Films version, but I don't have that. I have the Scream Factory edition, which does not reveal Adrienne Barbeau in all her glory. It's gritty, it's nasty, but it's really fun. Swamp Thing, it feels strange to call it a Wes Craven film, because when you think about Wes Craven, you think supernatural or just really cannibalistic, because he kind of goes both ways with your Nightmare on Elm Street, but then your Hills Have Eyes. Swamp Thing just seems kind of not his style, but I like Swamp Thing, and I think it's a really great Wes Craven title. I prefer Swamp Thing over movies like Shocker or Deadly Blessing. I think Swamp Thing is a really fun movie and a good creature feature, so if you have not seen Swamp Thing, give it a shot. Coming in at number 2 is a movie that I really love. Now, this is a slow burn movie, and I don't like using that term, but it's thrown around a lot for this movie, and I really can't argue it, but it's a great little story that keeps building suspense throughout, and it's a fun little low-budget creature feature. That movie is Chud. I love Chud. Chud is a really fun movie with a lot of great, charming effects, both CGI and practical. And the cool thing about Chud is it features a lot of actors that we all know and love from different movies. So Chud is kind of like this fun movie to look back and see all these actors before they became big stars, and also watch a charming little creature feature. Chud has its audience. I am a part of that audience, and I think that Chud's audience is growing still till this day. So the number 1 recommend I can give you guys for my creature feature, and yes, I've excluded some major movies like The Thing and things like that. I've thought of that. I just wanted to put different types of movies on here. But one that definitely has its audience, but still, if anybody hasn't seen this, or if you haven't seen it in a while, you must give it a go. My number 1 is Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead is one of the most fun late 80s creature features I've ever seen. This is a movie I can recall vividly seeing in the video store growing up and being freaked out by the imagery of that. I mean, look at the monster. Pumpkinhead is so great. It's got the most excellent cast. First of all, Lance Henriksen is a legend. I love Lance Henriksen. Any movie that I find Lance in has a certain level of merit to it. It's just he is a actor that draws you in with everything he does naturally. He's got that it factor, and he turns it on in Pumpkinhead 100%. This movie features the coolest monster and one of the coolest creatures, I think, in horror history. Pumpkinhead is fantastic. It's a great watch, and it's a great distractor from everything going on right now. So guys, those are 5 creature features I would love for you to either revisit or check out for the first time. Also, if you have recommends, please drop them in the comment. Let this video be a tunnel of recommendations for fun creature features for anybody looking for a great recommend to enjoy and to get their mind off of everything going on right now. Nothing beats a good creature feature for me. This is Christian Hanna Horror. We'll see you guys next time. Be safe.